Hello, friends. Let's have a quick discussion about a very interesting topic these days, work life balance. What is wrong about the way we think about work life balance? I am Soumya Didipari, your instructor for this session. Work life balance is a state of equilibrium we want to reach with our personal and our professional life. As we say, the famous saying is, life is not an equation and doing it successfully doesn't come from a mathematically balanced formula of time. We should realize that it is not important to have a perfect life altogether. Things are good, things are bad, but we need to overcome our weaknesses to make our things look good. Ask yourself, when you hear the term work-life balance, what do you think of? When you read that phrase, does the picture it creates in your mind is tiring, confusing, running towards the timeline? Well, if yes, then this is a chance to rethink about the same. Before we start on with the presentation, let's quickly have the tips to maintain a good work-life balance. Qualify your time. That means you have to get it in touch with your own realities. What are your priorities and what should be done first and what should be done next? So you want to make best out of 24 hours and you have to think about the way you can use them in the best manner. Set an alarm. Well, I am pretty sure that your alarm clock can do much more functions than just waking you up in the morning. Set up the alarm to finish your work in stipulated time. You should give only that much time which you think that you have to get it completed within stipulated time period. Cut down emails. Okay, so this is an important fact. What we do in our official hours that we open up our mail window and we check our mails throughout. But my suggestion over here would be to just give a free hour in the starting and free hour in the rest time, that is first hour of your working schedule and the last hour of your working schedule. Don't check any email. Cut them short. This will save your time. Shorten your to-do list. We all have long lists to cover up the things in a very short span of time. And that makes us frustrated because we are not able to cover up all the things in that particular time. So shorten up your to-do list. Get your things prioritized. It's not important to make a list of 20 and do only 2 out of it. It's important to make a list of 5 and finish all of them. Plan work in 3 days in advance. Well, this is an interesting fact that you know very well that what time it would take to finish a task. Plan your work accordingly in 3 days advance so that your work should be finished before 3 days and you should have ample time to rectify your errors or check back to your status. What we do these days, we wait for the end line to come up with the deadline and then we follow the things. But plan it accordingly so that it's easier for you to get up with your timelines. Build a dynamic life outside the work. This is very important to remember that we as a human being are in habit of living in a social space. So if you are putting a lot into your work life, then you should have a very good life outside your work as well. To balance up the stress and pressures you have at your work. So far, I have given you certain tips to balance your work life. But to know the depth of the subject, we should realize that what are we going to study today? Understand. It seems whenever the notion of balance is discussed as a function of healthy life, it is measured in metrics of time. Work left to its own devices will steal off the time that should belong to life. And achieving work-life balance means taking time back from work and returning it to life. Understand this thing that dullness of work on one side of the scale contrasted with the bright light of life on the other side is very, very difficult to manage and to balance. Now understand this thing. While contemplative discussions have moved beyond simple time off to more expansive notion of flexibility, the object of discussion is still the same. Better distribution of time between two competing worlds, our work and life. This way of thinking is well intentioned and has been beneficial. It is conventional to discuss, easy to understand, and simple to remedy via change in policies. How to think about work-life balance? Now we all are very busy with our schedules and we want to get all in one touch, but how to think about it? I would suggest instead of following the corporate HR mindset that measure balance by how much time one spends working and the environment in which that time is spent, here are two better ways to think about work-life balance. Think about the rhythm and think about the self-identity. When we say rhythm, life is about rhythms. Seasons come and seasons go. Problems arise when the cyclical nature of life's flow and flow is interrupted. Become only one or the other all the time. The lethargic keeps sleeping all the time. Insomniac suffers from never sleeping. Health lies in the rhythm of moving between both. The river that only recedes as soon as a dry memory, while the only one that only flows becomes a destructive flood. You should understand this thing that when everything is an urgent crisis all the time, something is really wrong. When all the news is breaking news, something is wrong and you should stop and think about the same. What should you do to maintain this rhythm? When you haven't taken a day off in 6 months because everything is important and nothing can wait a day, then it's a time to start intentionally building walls, to start containing the out of control flow of your job. What should you do? You should realize rhythm is the reality. Work-life balance is the myth. What steps you can take? You should make boundaries around the time, topic, or even level of detail can be good places to start. Delegate your authorities and responsibilities to others. Try to decentralize your work. Saying no are the tools with which you can begin building fences to contain the flow and give you places to rest in the ebb. What we think that we should not say no to anything because it will reflect our image as a professional, that is not the right approach. You should start saying no when you think that this is my limit and I should not exceed for no use. Self-identity, the next topic. You should remember, if rhythm is the thermometer that measures whether your work life is imbalanced to the point of running too hot, think of self-identity as your barometer which measures the pressure. It is easy to end up with a work life out of balance when an inordinate amount of your sense of who you are and what makes you valuable comes from the judgment of your professional life. So you should understand that it is you who has to realize your own importance. It is you who has to maintain your identity in your work life, in your normal life. How to maintain that self-identity? There is great dignity in work. That idea is a common thread running through debates as diverse as the efficacy of social welfare programs to the psychological consequences of no longer needing to work thanks to the rise of robotic or AI technology or now pandemic. Of course, your professional lives are important. When we do work that matters, it will rightfully lead to a sense of personal purpose, accomplishments, or esteem. Recognizing one's value in an occupational sense is not the problem. However, there is so much more to anyone's value as a person beyond their performance rating, their month sale forecast, or their business unit's financial numbers. You should realize this thing that you are much more important than you think. Know your importance. Yes, it is important point. It is obvious that we tend to forget under the stresses and pressure of our work. We forget our purpose beyond our paycheck. We forget the intrinsic value of our family and friends over our finances. We forget that who we are matters more than what we do, because what we do will fade someday. For an example, you can ask high performance athletes after their time in the arena has ended. So you should realize that you are important. Self-realization. It is nearly impossible to take the actions necessary to restore a healthy rhythm to your work and establish necessary margins in your work life if you are afraid of not pleasing your boss. If in a moment of honest self-assessment you realize that thinking well of yourself substantially requires your boss to think well of you, know this: your work life is out of balance. Your priorities have become compromised. When you find yourself realizing that is where you are, it is time to take a step back. Discover the importance of what it means to be you. Don't give the heartless machinery of your job one more day to do that for you or to you. I would only give a friendly piece of advice to everyone. A life out of balance must be addressed before things spin out of control. The consequences are too costly to ignore. Use firm boundaries to build the walls to contain the rushing flow of stress if you need to. Take an extended retreat from the daily grind to restore you apart from your work if you must. Do not give in to the fears of what others will think as you do either. Once these vital tasks are done, you will have a clearer sense of how to spend your time, and you will be a more effective version of you in both work and life. So my friends, understand this thing, that you yourself are the most important thing in this world. Realize your importance, maintain the rhythm of your life, everything will fall in places. Analyze yourself, get yourself identified with for yourself, and then place the things, prioritize them, and then do your work. And for all these things, you should have a composed mind to perform these things. So take out the time for yourself and work upon yourself. I think I have given a very clear state of mind to everyone for work-life balance. For further details, you can visit us on our website, that is www.eduplane.com, or write to me at eduplane@gmail.com. I will be also sharing a lecture on work-life balance in pandemic times very soon, so you can find the link in the comment box further. Please visit our website and share your views and feedbacks on the videos. That will be very helpful for me to improvise these work for you all. Thank you so much.